Okay, so you managed to snag an interview for this computer peripheral equipment, and software distribution manager position. That's a mouthful, isn't it?
It is quite a title.
But hey, it sounds important, right? And that's exactly what we're diving deep into today. We're going to equip you with everything you need to totally ace this interview.
It's an exciting field.
Right.
Where tech meets strategy, and we're going to arm you with real interview questions, the kind you might actually get, and sprinkle in some really insightful career advice from RoleCatcher's Guide.
So by the end of this deep dive, you'll be ready with amazing answers, and you'll have a much clearer picture of what this career path really looks like. Ready to jump right in.
Let's do it.
Okay, picture this. You're in the interview, and they hit you with this very common but kind of tricky question. What are the key skills and qualities you believe are necessary for this role? Where do you even begin with that?
It's a bit of a trap, actually, because they're not just looking for you to rattle off a list of technical skills.
Right.
It's about showing them you understand the bigger picture.
You're not just selling computers, you're selling solutions. So how do you convey that?
That's where you weave in those essential soft skills, like communication, organization, leadership, attention to detail, all those things that the RoleCatcher Guide highlights.
Okay.
And don't just mention them, give specific examples of how you've actually demonstrated those qualities in the past.
Now, what about adaptability? Because technology changes faster than... Well, it changes incredibly fast.
All the time. Yeah. And that's where your ability to learn quickly and embrace new technology, that becomes a huge EE selling point. They might even ask you straight out, can you tell me about a time you had to adapt to a new technology or process quickly? So have a good story ready.
That's a really good point, because it's not just about knowing the tech, it's about showing you can, roll with the punches when things change.
Right.
Speaking of punches, let's say you get hit with this one. How would you ensure that our products are efficiently distributed to our clients?
The logistics question. This is where you show off your understanding of supply chain management.
Okay.
So don't just say shipping. Talk about things like optimizing routes, managing inventory, maybe even using technology for real-time tracking and delivery updates.
So really painting that picture of smooth operations, laptops, monitors, software, all arriving on time in perfect condition.
Precisely, like clockwork.
Now, how can someone really nail this kind of question?
Well, that's where RoleCatcher's AI can be super helpful. Have you heard of their Copilot feature?
You have, yeah.
It's amazing. It analyzes the job description, and then it actually helps you tailor your answers to highlight the most important skills.
Wow, so it's like having a secret weapon. You can even practice your answers with it and get feedback on how you're doing. That's great.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so moving on. Let's say the interviewer throws you a curveball and asks, how would you manage the sales of our software products? This one's all about showing you understand the software market.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Understanding customer needs, crafting those compelling sales strategies, maybe even tapping into some digital marketing magic.
You're not just selling boxes of software, you're selling solutions. Highlight your ability to really identify what the customer needs and then how the software is the answer to their problems. And this is where you can leverage the RoleCatcher Guide. It actually goes into detail about different software sales models.
Yeah, it's smart.
Yeah, you can show them that you're up to date on all the latest industry trends.
Very good point. Okay, shifting gears a little bit here. How would you answer this one? How would you ensure that our products comply with all the relevant regulations and standards? That sounds, I don't know, kind of like a minefield to me.
It can be, especially with technology. There's so much to stay on top of. Think about data security, environmental regulations, accessibility standards. It's really about demonstrating that you're diligent.
Right. You're not just going to like throw a bunch of laptops in a box and ship them off to, wherever without checking the rule book first.
Exactly. This is your chance to showcase how detail-oriented you are, how aware you are of the legal landscape, all of that. And it's a good opportunity to mention specific regulations that are really relevant to the company or the products.
That makes sense. All right, so you've tackled logistics, you've got sales, compliance. Now, they want to know about your leadership skills.
Right.
How would you manage the training and development of your team? What's your approach there?
This is where you show them you can build a high-performing team. Talk about fostering a culture of, continuous learning.
Right.
Remember how the guide emphasized how fast technology evolves in this industry?
Yeah. Things change so quickly, it's almost impossible to keep up.
Exactly. So your ability to keep your team skills up to par is super important.
Yeah, definitely.
You can mention things like mentoring programs, workshops, maybe even using online learning platforms, all those things that can help them stay ahead of the curve.
That's a good point. And actually, this is another area where I feel like RoleCatcher's AI could be a game changer. Imagine this. You can actually practice those difficult leadership conversations, like delegating tasks or giving constructive feedback,
Oh, wow.
with an AI that simulates different personality types and responses.
That's incredible, really helpful for building your confidence. Knowing how to navigate those interpersonal dynamics is crucial in any leadership role.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks here.
Yeah.
The budget question, everybody's favorite.
Right.
How would you manage the budget for your department? Down to talk numbers, right?
This is where you really want to showcase those financial skills, right?
Yeah.
So don't just say, oh, I'm good with budgets. Talk about strategies for cost optimization, negotiating good contracts, maybe even implementing tech solutions for forecasting and analyzing the budget.
Right. You want to show them that you're responsible, that you can be trusted with their money, that you're a good financial steward.
Exactly, exactly. And don't forget, RoleCatcher's Career Guide actually provides some really helpful insights into salary expectations for this specific role.
Well, good point.
Knowing your worth is essential when it comes to negotiation.
It really is, yeah. Okay, time to seal the deal. Let's say the interviewer asks, how would you ensure that our sales targets are met or even exceeded? They're really looking for that fire in your belly with this one.
Absolutely, yeah. This is where you bring together everything we've talked about today: strategic thinking, leadership, understanding the market, that financial savvy we just discussed. You want to paint a picture for them of how you'll motivate your team, implement winning sales strategies, and how you'll adapt to changes in the market to drive those numbers up.
You want to show them that you're not afraid of a challenge and that you're hungry for results. Now, this next question is a bit more, nuanced. How would you ensure that our products remain competitive in the market?
It's a tough one. This goes beyond just knowing the ins and outs of your products. You need to anticipate those future trends, understand who your competition is, and constantly be thinking about innovation.
So how do you demonstrate that? How do you show them you're not just keeping up, you're ahead of the game?
Honestly, this is a great time to lean on that RoleCatcher guide we keep talking about.
Oh, okay.
They have a whole section on emerging technologies and trends in distribution management. So maybe you've been, reading up on AI-powered logistics or sustainable packaging. Weaving that knowledge into your answer really shows them you're on top of things.
It's like you're not just playing checkers, you're playing 3D chess, like you said, with the future of technology.
Exactly.
Okay, final question, and this one's all about relationships. How would you manage the relationships with our key clients?
It's a big one. This is where you get to showcase how you build strong, lasting partnerships. And it's more than just, being friendly and personable.
Right.
It's about truly understanding their needs, being responsive, even proactive. You want to constantly exceed those expectations.
Be the person they can always count on, the one who always goes the extra mile.
Exactly. Be that reliable partner. And another thing, don't forget about the negotiation aspect.
Oh.
The guide actually emphasizes how important strong negotiation skills are in this role.
Makes sense.
Because you might be negotiating contracts, resolving issues, but you always want that win-win outcome for everyone involved.
Okay, we covered a lot of ground today.
You did.
We tackled some really tough interview questions. We dove into some great career insights from RoleCatcher's Guide and even explored how their AI tools can really give you an edge during your prep and practice.
Yeah, it's amazing how technology can really level up your game in such a competitive job market.
It's incredible. So to sum up for everyone listening who's getting ready for a big interview like this, remember, it's not just about what you know about the technology. It's about showcasing your strategic thinking skills, your leadership potential, your ability to adapt, and of course, how you build relationships. Oh, and don't forget, resources like RoleCatcher, they're there to support you every step of the way.
Absolutely. Use those resources. And that final thought we were discussing about technology changing so rapidly in this field. As you step into this career path, never stop learning, embrace innovation, seek out new knowledge. That's how you stay ahead of the curve and really make this role your own.
Just such great advice.